Hello everyone, my name is Beansprout, and today we're going to be talking about the top 4 reasons why Doom Eternal is my favorite video game ever made. Number 1, gameplay. The gameplay in this game is absolutely brilliant. I love it. There's no game has ever had any gameplay better, apart from stuff like Ultra Kill, Titanfall 2, Dusk, or to some extent Halo. Really, Doom Eternal's gameplay is absolutely brilliant, and it's probably one of the best video games I've ever played solely because of that. If Doom Eternal had absolutely no story, I wouldn't care, because the gameplay is still so good. I love it so much, and it's probably one of the most fun things that I play. The gameplay just has such a nice dynamic to it, and every enemy feels unique and doesn't feel copy and pasted. One of the reasons I love Doom Eternal so much is the fact that the enemies are so unique, and they all have a different way of encountering them, and you don't really have to necessarily fight them all one way, like in a COD game where it's just shoot enemy dead. In Doom, there's so many different ways of figuring out how to do things. Okay, number 2, the community. It's probably one of the best communities ever. Like, I absolutely love it. I've met so many great people through making videos on Doom and just loving Doom, playing Doom in general. Yeah, I'll put them all up on screen here. But yeah, there's just so much that our community is. And the mod scene is brilliant. Oh god, I love the mod scene. There's so much stuff, and Hugo Mobile scope, best scope in the game. Definitely check that out. It's on Nexus Mods. Brilliant scope, Hugo Mobile. Really, it's just there's not a lot to say. I just love the community that it feels, and it feels like it's so connected. And even then, there's massive parts of the community that are all separate communities, like classic Doom community, the 13 people who like Doom 3, me included, and the Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 communities, which are all great communities. I love all of them. Especially Eternal 2016 and Doom 3, the 13 of us who actually like the game. So yeah, that's number 2 done. Number 3, music. The music in Doom Eternal is some of the best music I've ever listened to. And god, Doom Eternal is a perfect game for me. Not too much story, but a decent amount. Lots of gameplay, very dynamic gameplay in general. And goddamn the music. I love metal. I really like metal. I'm really into bands like Disturbed and Death Punch. Great bands, by the way. I'd recommend going and listening to them. And really, god, Doom's music, it's so good. Like, just, especially Necrovol. I don't know why, I really like all the Necrovol stuff. It's 2 of my favorite levels, plus the theme tune. Oh god, the theme tune. God, I love it. It's so good. And there's also other highlights like BFG Division, which is from 2016, and The Only Thing They Fear Is You, along with Meat Hook. Both are 2 of the best soundtracks in Doom Eternal. 2 of my favorites, and I listen to them frequently. Rip and Tear is another good one, but that's from 2016, so it doesn't count in this list. But yeah, the music, really good. Massive metal fan, personally, and it's really good to finally see a game that, you know, like, actually has proper metal in it. Because some games have metal in it, but I really think that metal music in media is very poorly portrayed, in my opinion. And the fact that Doom actually has good soundtracks, it makes me happy. But anyway, other than that, number 4, the developers. Dude, the developers of Doom Eternal are some of the best developers any video game's ever had, and we're actually very fortunate to have people like Hugo, Josh, Murray, and all these really talented, brilliant people working on our games. And one of the best things is that the devs of Doom Eternal and Doom in general actually interact with the community. They actually talk to us. They listen to our feedback, and I know 343 in the Halo games has been really good at that recently, but Doom's just on a different level recently. Like, especially with Hugo's streams, that's a great thing, having that kind of opportunity for fans to interact with Hugo, ask questions.
Oh, that was bullshit!
The numerous interviews Hugo's been doing lately, that's really good. And just the dev team for Doom Eternal is just a brilliant dev team. They actually listen to our complaints and they'll fix them. If it's unfixable, then they won't, but that's fair. But if it's stuff that the community wants, then a lot of times they give it to us. We wanted meat hook platforming, we got it. And honestly, brilliant devs, brilliant games. And like they said, it's just Doom fans making a game for Doom fans, which is the best part. A lot of video game developers don't actually play video games, but having developers who actually like playing video games, like the video games they're making, and are very passionate about the franchise that they're working on, it's good. It's very good and healthy for the game. If we had developers that worked on, say, COD or stuff like that, then I don't think Doom would be nearly as good. And I know I keep comparing Doom to COD, not really a fair comparison, but it's just one of the games I can think of. A lot of Sony games I can think of too would be like that. If we had those kinds of developers working on Doom Eternal, I don't think it would be nearly as good. And no hate to those developers, great developers, and I like a lot of those games. It's just Doom Eternal, like I said, on a different level. But other than that, if you enjoyed the video, then give it a like. It helps me out with the algorithm and all that kind of stuff, and kind of boosts the video, gets it out there. And lets more people know about my videos and stuff, which I really want people to know about, obviously. And if you really, really enjoyed, then consider subscribing. It's a great way to support the channel, and you're always welcome here. Other than that, thank you for watching, join my Discord, and have a nice day.